May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the pound USD, the pound USD cable. All right, let's take a look at, or hey, before I begin, let me remind you, FOMC. All right, that'll happen on Wednesday. FOMC. That is a high impact news item. So on Wednesday, you want to be careful. All right, you might see some consolidation in the markets prior to Wednesday. All right, might not see a whole lot of movement, but come with the fact that we had some inflation news last week, especially in the U.S., where it's alarmingly high. All right, and the Fed is now considering a possible uh, rate hike sometime this year, all right, as opposed to a rate cut. So that's throwing things way off for a bunch of investors, especially smart money investors, right? Big institutional players. So we'll see. Now, on Wednesday, what do we see? I mean, on the weekly, what we can see is that we are in a descending channel, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. The last lower low was the last break of market structure. We took out this low. All right. Everything but after that is a pullback until this high is taken out. This high is responsible for this low. All right. Between the last low and the low, the low that broke that last low, this is the highest point. This is our external high point. And once the market takes that out, this is the break of structure that confirms, that validates a reversal. You understand? So until this is broken, we are still bearish. And this is a pullback. And what we wait for is uh, an indication that the pullback is over and that the trend will resume. All right. Are we going to make a lower high here relative to this one, which was a lower high relative to that one, and so forth? All right. Is that going to happen? It looks like it is. All right. And what do I always say? The sign that a pullback is over, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, is when the market gives a lower low after the last higher high. You understand? When it breaks that low, that's when we know the market is changing from bullish to bearish. All right. And what do we see here? All right. We see the high. We see the last high taken. The last high taken. This is the lowest point between the old high and the new high. This is the swing low. Once that swing low is traded below, we have a confirmation that the pullback is over. All right. But before that happens, we'll look for signs, right? Change in the state of delivery, a change in character. Those are the earlier signs before a break of market structure. All right. This is our external low here. All right. This was the external high. This was taken. It was swept. We did not trade higher. We swept it and pulled back. All right. And the market pulled down. We see a market structure shift here from higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Ooh, that's interesting, right? And then we see this pullback into that last leg. All right. And we see that pullback ended here. Okay. And we see how last week closed so bearishly. It went past the bullish fair value gap that we were looking at as a possibility that the market may find support there and pull higher. All right. That didn't happen. We confirmed with that close. All right. That this is no longer a bullish fair value gap. What it becomes is, and I'll show you if I can get my life together over here. Uh, this becomes an inverted fair value gap. Boom. All right. And there's the possibility that the potential that the market, okay, that the market could find its way back into that and use it as resistance versus the when it was a bullish fair value gap, and we could have used it for support for higher prices. Now we're using it as resistance to support lower prices. Okay. All right. So you're with me on this, are you? Are you? If I go to the daily, what do we see? We see that impulsive move, right? We see how, what is that? We see that there are imbalances along the route, the route it took, right? We can come back and test these lows, which overlap this bearish fair value gap here. So I love this, the possibility of this setup here. All right. Again, there is the possibility that this inverted fair value gap could block price from going up higher, and then we come on down. We may even wick up here, but continue down from there. So I'm looking at these layers that are going to act as headwinds for higher prices. These lows look to overlap. Come on, man. What is really going on? Look to overlap this uh, this fair value gap. And if you've been trading with me for a while, you know that I like that. If I can just find it, yeah, I like that. That these are a confluence of resistance. We'll see what happens with this older inverted fair value gap here. But we're looking at the possibility of the market pushing back up, whether it jumps from here, pushes down from there, pushes down from here. This one would be more optimal, all right? But if it pushes down from here and it can't get up any further, that's fine too, all right? I'd be looking for some confirmations after that because this is kind of low. What I look at is where are we with the fibs, all right? Are we in premium prices or are we in discount? We want to take our longs from discount. We want to take our shorts from premium. All right. 50% is equilibrium. I don't want to short below the 50%. I don't want to start shorting from here. The market could come back up and at any point. All right. I would be patient. I will be patient and wait till the market pulls back up, possibly to test these lows into that equilibrium, into premium prices. That's what I would wait for. Okay. All right. If the market just continues down bearish, that's fine too. You know, I'm not going to take. I'm going to wait for a proper pullback because that's how smart money trades. But I think the possibility is there. This represents this push down and pull up represents a shift in the market. All right, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. That's what I just described a little while ago. When you know that the a pullback is over, all right. So I'm waiting for the pullback, and maybe we can get in. I want to tell you something that I think Monday, Tuesday, because of the FOMC, the timing to take a short from up here would be great because I think the US dollar is going to show strength this week, all right, against the euro, the pound, and the rest of them. But I think it'll come later. It'll come between Tuesday, Wednesday. It may come midweek, and then we'll see the strength of the US dollar exert itself. I think there's a possibility of that happening. Okay, just keep that in mind. Now, let me see. Before I finish this, I want to give us a quad view. Let me look for it. Where is it? Where? There you go. All right. Let's see. Oop. Let's see. Hold on. There you go. All right. Let me see what we got here. All right. I got the ascending. this is Dixie. What am I looking at? Why did it switch on me? Okay. All right. One of the things I didn't point out is we have this bullish fair value gap here with the on the daily for the pound. All right. And it hasn't 100% failed yet, but it looks like it will. All right. I'm waiting for that pullback into that fair value gap, and then we can take her on down. All right, you see how on the weekly, how the week closed. We closed below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. All right, 5 weeks of bearish closes. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth week here. All right, so I mean, I'm sorry, this is not the fifth week. This is the first week after closing under 4 weeks. I'm sorry of bullish closes. This one erases all of that, and it represents a swing failure. You understand? A swing failure. The market couldn't make new highs. It failed to do so. All right. It tried here. It failed to go higher than the previous high. All right. So, and this is starting to uh, get that look of a longer term push to the downside. Yeah, I'm getting that. So I'm looking for the market to come back up into these unbalanced areas. This is the 4 hour time frame. Looking for the market to come up in those imbalanced 4 hour areas and maybe push down. Okay. I hope this makes sense. All right. Even though I garbled it over here, I hope it makes sense. If you like what I did, if you like what I'm putting out, make sure you hit the like button and the boost button. And go check out the videos that I already put out today, which are the Euro USD and the US dollar index. Did some pretty good detailing on that US dollar index because it means so much to the other pairs, all right, the other majors. So you want to make sure you check those out. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to go into oil, and I will see you there, hopefully. All right. May profits be upon you.